NFL facts that sound fake but are actually true, part 19. As far as postseason passer ratings go, Mark Sanchez has a playoff passer rating of 94.3. That 94.3 is higher than Tom Brady's, Troy Aikman, Peyton and Eli Manning's, who have equivalent passer ratings, Big Ben, and Brett Favre. Bill Belichick was a part of every single Giants Super Bowl victory, whether he was coaching for them like he did in the late 80s, early 90s, or against them in the 2000s/2010s. He was on the turf for all 4 championships. In the 2012 NFL Draft, Robert Griffin was drafted 2nd overall in the 1st round to the Washington Redskins, and Robert Griffin was also drafted in the 6th round, 203rd overall, to the New York Jets. In the 14-game era of the NFL, only one quarterback passed over 4,000 yards, and that's the Jets with Joe Namath in 1967, as he got 4,007 yards. On the flip side, the Jets are one of 2 teams, the second being the Bears, to have 0 quarterbacks pass over 4,000 yards in the 16-game era. Wes Welker, who's mainly known as a wide receiver, actually earned a field goal and a kick extra point before he ever caught a pass in the NFL. He recorded his first kickoff, field goal, and points in the AFC on October 10th, 2004. Speaking of Wes Welker, he has the toughest Super Bowl luck. Think about it. He spent roughly 7 years with Tom Brady and 2 years with Peyton Manning. In this time frame, he's been to 3 Super Bowls. In each Super Bowl, he lost, but eventually, both teams won the Super Bowl without him once he was no longer on the roster. To continue on with this, he was recently the 49ers wide receiver coach in 2019. Yes, that's the same season in which the 49ers lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So if you want to see your favorite team make the Super Bowl, then hire Wes Welker, but you know what's coming next. On November 3rd, 1996, The Simpsons made a joke mocking the Dallas Cowboys by using the Denver Broncos. Since then, the Cowboys have never been able to beat the Broncos yet. The Broncos currently have a 7-game win streak since 1996 over the Cowboys. And it goes beyond regular season matchups if you really look into it, because the Cowboys' last Super Bowl was January of 96, while the Broncos immediately after this episode aired went on to win back-to-back Super Bowls. From 1960 to 1969, nice, the NFL had a 3rd place game, aka the Playoff Bowl, which is basically a game between the losers who couldn't make it into the championship game and lost the semifinal match. So they had to play this game, which all the events took place in Miami, and the main goal of this game was to raise funds for retirement pensions for the league. This Orange Bowl was no fan of the orange and brown, as the Cleveland Browns have the most losses in the Playoff Bowl, going 0-3, which is not really surprising. This is the Cleveland Browns, and this is coming from a Browns fan. But to end on a positive Browns fact, the Browns do have a playoff win more recently than the Detroit Lions, which I don't know if that's impressive or embarrassing for the Lions, but you decide that one. So here were NFL facts that sound fake but are actually true, part 19. Let me know if you want to see a part 20. Don't forget to tackle that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Touchdown Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.